Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica, and for those of you who are back, welcome. It's a lovely day outside. There is some sun here in Canada, although it is still very, very cold. We are grateful for whatever sun we can get. So today I actually wanted to talk to you guys about Alya Skin and their Pink Perfect Australian Pink Clay Mask. So Alya Skin actually reached out to me and they actually sent me this product to try out for you guys and to try it for myself and just to see what I think of it and to be able to share my opinions on this product with you. So I'm gonna read a few things. I actually have a card here. My mom went to this like woman's show thing, fair thing with some of her friends, and they were actually advertising Alya Skin there. So I think Alya Skin had like a booth there. So they had a little information card and I felt like it was perfect because it had so much information. I actually like took this from her and promised her I'd give her one of the masks in exchange for the information, but it's pretty much stuff that you can find on their website, but I felt like it was very concisely described, so I'm just gonna read off some of it. So basically, this clay mask uses natural ingredients and is specifically designed for sensitive skin, which is something that, if you don't know, I have sensitive skin and also combination skin. So when I do go out and I actively participate in like daily life, I do have areas that are oily and other that are very, very dry. Especially in the wintertime, I do have my dry zones on my face that when I do put on makeup or any sort of products like that, so basically makeup products, you will see the clinging on my face in those areas. So I like to really exfoliate those areas chemically and make sure that my skin is smooth. But anyway, back to this. It goes consciously made to prevent breakouts and irritations to your skin. The pink clay detoxifies, cleanses, and invigorates your skin. So basically provides brightening effects. The pink clay detoxifies, cleanses, and invigorates your skin. Oh, I already read that. It also assists in closing your pores and removing pollutants that come in contact with the skin. So as far as pores go on my skin, not a huge problem, but I do have a lot of congestion. Recently, I don't know, I think I kind of mentioned in a few of my other videos, I did try retinol for the first time and my skin freaked the frig out. Like, it just went haywire. My whole face started breaking out in places that I've never broken out in my entire life, and I'm still dealing with the remnants of the breakout on my chin, and I've just been through like some days where I look at it and I'm like, oh my god, I see the whitehead, I need to get rid of that. Like, I don't know if you guys can see or if this is gross, but I have a whitehead right there and it's like this twin whitehead. There's like two whiteheads in there and I'm ready to like rip them out. But anyway, hopefully this will detoxify them in a healthier way than me picking my face. So I have used this mask since getting it. I got this thing months ago and I have been using it, and still, if you can see, there is a lot left in there. So I do feel like it is worth the price for the 120 grams that you do receive. So I can't remember if they have the prices here, but I think I'll just list them on screen how much it is. I think it's like $39.99. I can't remember though if that's US dollars or Canadian dollars, but I definitely do think this is very fairly priced because you do get a lot of use out of this. And some key ingredients that I do want to mention in this are is the clay. So it's kaolin clay, which remove toxins, pollutants, and dirt from your skin. So I live in a city, so definitely removing pollutants and toxins is a huge yes and bonus for me. It also has witch hazel, which relieves inflammation on the skin, aloe vera, so it contains antioxidants, enzymes, vitamins A and C to help heal the skin. So definitely great vitamins to have in your skincare, and I do use vitamin C separately, like in a serum, so this is a huge plus to have it in a like acne helping mask, pore tightening mask. So basically the process is very, very simple. Spread the mask evenly on face, sit back and relax for 10 minutes, remove mask with warm water, and just moisturize. It says you can use this mask 3 to 4 times a week. Normally for exfoliating masks, I don't like to do them that often, so it's mostly like once to maybe twice a week if I'm having a really rough week. But other than that, nothing too crazy. It says that each jar contains, like I mentioned, the 120 grams, and on average, individuals receive 12 to 14 applications in one jar. I feel like you really can receive more than that. I don't know if that sounds crazy, but that definitely is very generous if you are doing your face, your entire face, every single application. And I think I'm just gonna, maybe I'll do my whole face to really give you guys a look at what it looks like on. But I thought I'd wear a nice pink sweater to match my pink clay mask. But I'm sure you guys have heard about this on Instagram, social media. There was a huge craze for it, and it definitely does live up to the hype. I've been using this mask. I see it reduce redness. I see it really help speed up the healing process and my pimples like sort of turnover rate by the time that they like pop and heal and all that stuff. It definitely does really help, and I do love it. So I'm going to give you a close-up of what my skin looks like. I kind of already showed you. So my main concern area is definitely my chin. Other than that, there's like a few pimples here, and those are just like random ones. I got my brows done, so but I did end up breaking out from that. I'm not sure what she used, but she used something afterwards. It was some sort of like toner thing, and my skin was not happy, so I broke out a little bit over there and right there. Not a big deal. It'll go away really quickly. Not too worried about that, but definitely this area is the area that I kind of really like fucked with, but I really played around with this area, and I picked it to shit. So basically you can see it healing, and you do see some fresh wounds here. So hopefully it'll help with some of the coloring and definitely speeding up this process so I don't feel tempted to pick it. So we are going to zoom you guys in and show you what my skin looks like. Okay, so let's get to it. So in those close-up clips, I do want to mention that I do have several broken blood vessels all around my eyes and kind of spread out all over my face. Basically, I've been working towards doing headstands, and I did one, I think it was like yesterday or the day before, and I just didn't breathe enough, and I guess when the blood rushed to my head during the headstand, I had a lot of tension building up, and I burst so many blood vessels on my face. So we are going to get into applying the mask. So I love using silicone brushes, large silicone brushes to apply my masks, and I need a mirror. I will be back. So mirror has been acquired. It's over here, so that is why I'll be looking over there. But basically, super, super easy to pick up. I'm gonna try and do a fairly light layer. You don't wanna go too thick with clay masks, because just the thicker you go, the longer it'll take to dry. So try to work quickly. Can definitely, I'm gonna go around my nose. I do have like some blackheads that are around there that I'd like the mask to really tighten up. Go in for a little bit more on my forehead. Again, my forehead is not a super troublesome area. Like, it's not something that I like ever since dealing with it post like retinol mistakes. It has definitely calmed down. So my only areas that really stress me out now or cause me breakouts are my chin. Is my chin, not are my chin. I don't have multiple chin. Unless you count my cleft chin, which I do have that. Anybody else out there with butt chins? And something that's really cool is I have like this little mini silicone brush, and I like to like get into areas, so like around my nose where I can't really get into with the bigger one. These little brushes are absolutely perfect. Pretty sure I got them in a set, and it just works so well around your nose so you don't like get it in your eye. Around your eyebrows also, it's just so nice. Set a timer for 10 minutes.
Your timer is set for 10 minutes.
Be back in time. So that is my alarm going off, and usually my rule of thumb with face masks is that their recommended time is usually about spot on how long it should take for the mask to dry down. And I don't know if you noticed, but I do have some wet areas on my face, and in those areas that sort of confirms to me that I put on way too much. So you can see that my forehead's still not completely dry and some areas along my chin. So this white spot right here is like completely dry. So I have like some completely dry areas mixed in. How long does it say you can leave this on for? Sit back 10 minutes. So yeah, you usually don't want to go longer than recommended time. So just for that sake, I know it's not completely dry, but it is dry enough. Like you can see the mask like cracking when I do move my face, but definitely you can go with a lighter layer, because see this layer right here, perfectly dry. This is absolutely the ideal dryness. And here is still wet. Where else? There's absolute dryness above my eyebrow and that. So yeah, so normally I wouldn't recommend going over that time, because that's when the mask can start to get itchy and uncomfortable. Right now it feels really good still. So I am going to go remove it with a damp cloth, and I'll be back with the final like after shot. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Almost completely dry. And you can see it's even like hardened around the pimples on my face. So if you can see, that's where the pimple is. It's like hardened around it. And over here, there's that pimple area. Let's see if we'll focus right here. It's hardened. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. So I'll be right back. So I am back from washing my face, and every time I do this mask, I am reminded why I love it so much. So I was having a lot of trouble with my blackheads recently, and I swear, I kid you not, this mask has like eradicated my blackheads on the side of my nose. They look so much better, and I will zoom in and show you guys. As far as my pimple goes, it is still a pimple. Like at the end of the day, it is not a miracle treatment. It's not going to treat the pimple overnight, but I do feel like it brought it more to a head, like even just in 10 minutes. I know that might sound crazy, but it does look more pronounced to a head, and everything else just looks more even. Like you can even see the texture. It feels so soft and plump. And again, just the lone factor of those blackheads along my nose being nearly invisible. So I don't know if it looks like they've been like literally pulled out of my skin and they look like clear pores, but even if it's just sort of minimizing the look of your blackheads, it is incredible. Like the side of my nose looks unreal. Like those pores are so clean, blown away. So I do have sensitive skin, so there are some like redness and red marks where the mask did dry down, and where I might have left it on too long or just scrubbed a little too hard. So definitely be careful. Do apply a very thin layer so that it's very easy to dry down and very easy to wipe away. So keep that in mind. Sometimes I do experience redness, and that's why I showed you the popped capillaries before I did the mask, because sometimes I've heard people like getting capillaries from like rubbing too hard. That's not the case. All my broken capillaries were from before the mask. The mask is super gentle, and other than like my skin reacting just because of the gentle scrubbing to get the mask off, it'll literally disappear in a few minutes. So I'm not worried about that. But overall, I feel like my skin looks so nice, and it just looks balanced. It looks very put together and super balanced, and I'm very happy with how this mask turned out. Even the pimple that I have up there feels like it's going to just heal faster. And everything down here, again, very smooth out, looks really, really great. So normally this just encourages me not to pick my pimples and to know that there are treatments that will help reduce size, reduce inflammation and all that stuff, so I don't have to pick them. So this is a great alternative when you are dealing with those trouble areas, those trouble spots. Throw on a mask, have faith, deep breaths, cleansing breaths, and do not pick your face. It is so tempting for me right now. I don't know if there are some skin pickers out there here, but it is so tempting to pick your face, and I just need to remind you that it's so much worse when you pick your face. I have some spots here and like little like healing areas, so much worse. This pimple's lifespan will probably be like a week as long as I don't touch it. And as soon as you pick it, then you deal with scabbing, you deal with scarring, you deal with hyperpigmentation. There's just so much more damage that comes from picking your face. And I know it's so hard to say, but just do your best. Be strong, distract yourself, do work, listen to music, meditate, go exercise. Just don't fixate on the mirror. Step away, deep cleansing breaths. I know we all fall victim to it. I'm no exception. I pick my face, it happens, but I'm trying to be strong moving forward, because I did realize like the few pimples, the 3 over here that were just disastrous, I can't pick this side because it's just gonna get worse if I keep picking it. The more I pick it, the more pimples come up, which was very evident here. It started as one and then they sort of clustered out. So don't pick your face, it just makes it worse. And again, I do just want to show you a quick zoom up of my after face and everything, like what it looks like. So here it is. Definitely more balanced, less redness, and just overall I feel like my skin is super soft, super plump, and just very refreshed. I feel such a brightening effect after this mask. So definitely everything that it says it does, and I'm very happy with the results every single time I use them. So if you are interested in trying this mask out for yourself or any of their other products on their website, you can check out Alya Skin Australia online, and you can even use my code. It's just my first and last name, so Erica Back, and you can save 15% on your order. So if you are interested in purchasing, you can definitely do that. It's not an affiliate code, it's just a % off code for all of you guys, because I do love you guys and I do want you to have the best skin you can possibly have. And if this is something that you're in the market for, like a detoxifying, cleansing, brightening mask, definitely check it out. I do highly recommend it and I do enjoy it myself. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in buying it or if you have purchased it and your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next video.